So if you want to have a stick for your initial prep and check-in, you can grab that. You can keep your eyes open or you're welcome to close them. We just want to eliminate any distractions that were in and around us, bring ourselves into our bodies. Let's utilize a little bit of box breathing today. So what we'll do is we're going to control our breath by inhaling for a count of 2 or 3, then holding that breath for another count of 2 or 3, then exhaling for a count of 2 or 3, and then holding again for another count of 2 or 3 before we repeat the process again. So as you're ready, to whatever level you're willing to do that, begin the process of inhaling. And then holding that breath for an equivalent duration. Then exhaling. And then pausing for equivalent duration. And now repeating that process. Let's do 3 more breaths like that. And then just continuing to breathe, just looking for any stress that you might be continuing to hold. And then continuing to use that breath to remove that tension, bringing relaxation in with your inhales and releasing the tension with your exhale. Allowing that anticipation to start to rise as you get ready to move more, but maintaining that sense of awareness. And being able to discipline your movement in the same way you're disciplining this time right now. So if your eyes are closed, you can open them. And we'll just start walking forward and backward, feeling the contact of our feet on the floor. As we move backward, feeling the toe or the ball of the foot making contact first and then rolling to the heels. And then as we move forward, feeling heel and toe. And maybe just taking a little bit deliberate, slower action to really sense what's happening with the feet and feeling that awareness translating through our whole body. And then as you're ready, As we continue this walking pattern, we're going to do some heel raises. So we're just going to come up onto our toes. You can do both feet at the same time, or you're welcome to come up onto a single foot with each step that you take. So either way is fine. Still being mindful of the rest of our body as we do this. Finish whatever direction you're moving in. And then we'll move from stepping forward to stepping sideways. So we're just going to move laterally. Again, just taking regular steps. The foot pattern then is pretty much toe to heel as you move sideways. But we're still able to stand tall. And once you have that pattern down, then we'll do what we were just doing with the toe raise. So again, we can do two at the same time, or we can alternate feet. Finish whatever direction you're moving in. And then step it out. We're going to step alternately backwards. So as I step backward, I'm going to lower my hands, trying to reach toward the floor, step up, and then repeat to the other side. Progressively getting lower to the floor with each repetition on each leg. Again, it doesn't have to be a backward lunge style step back. You can feel both feet on the floor. We're just trying to work ourselves lower to the floor with each step. Let's do one more on each leg. Then step that out. Then we're going to pulse and squat. So you're going to do 4 or 5 pulses, just nice and relaxed. And then you're going to take a full squat all the way down and all the way up, then pulse. And then find that squat again. Again, experimenting with the depth that you can go with each squat, and then coming to a full stand. So again, this is a warm-up style approach. So we're nice and relaxed. Just testing our mobility here. Staying nice and relaxed. Still breathing. Let's do 2 more. And we're going to switch from a backward step to a forward step. So we're going to alternate forward step. As we step forward, we're going to twist in the direction of the step that we're taking. So when I step with the right leg, I twist right and left with left. And again, I want to use my eyes to try to look behind me to encourage my body to rotate. So try to get that whole upper body to turn. And we can use our eyes to help with that. Let's do one more on each leg like this. And then we're going to switch the direction of the twist to go opposite of the foot. So when I step with the right, I'll twist left. When I step with the left, I'll twist right. Everything else is the same, just changing the direction of the twist. One more on each leg. And we'll go back to walking forward and backward, but this time we're going to take a high knee hurdle step. So as I step backward, I'm bringing the knee up, swinging it behind before I put that foot down, and then repeating in the opposite direction as I move forward, taking the knee up from behind, bringing it forward, then placing that foot down. Try to do that without disturbing the upper body position too much. And then finish whatever direction you're moving in. And we're going to come back to the pulse, nice and gentle. We're going to add an arm swing forward and backward as we pulse. Basically, as we drop our hips, the arms swing down. As we raise our hips, our arms swing up in either direction, forward or backward. And in a few moments, we'll switch from forward and backward to crisscross in front and in back. So it'll look like this. As I come up, it's on to the outside. As I come down, I crisscross in front and behind my body, and I just change arms each time I come down. Just nice and loose and relaxed as we do this. Still breathing. Let's do 2 more. Very good. If you need a quick drink, you can grab that. You'll need some handheld weights and your stick. And it's going to be a hodgepodge of different movements. We'll start with a pummeling. So our arms stay relatively straight. There's just a little bit of bend in the elbows, but not too much like an arm curl. And we're just going to swing the arms up and then twist back like so. So from the side, it'll look like this. You can start conservatively with the weight choice in the beginning. If you feel like you need a little bit more prep time. We'll start in about 10 seconds here. Again, this is a whole body movement, even though it's primarily driven by the arms. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. So we feel our body kind of twist and turn a little bit. If you want to get your feet to pivot with the movement, you can do that. Coordinate your inhales and exhales with the movement. 15 more seconds. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Weights can go off to the side. We're going to go down to the floor onto our stomachs. And we're going to flutter kick. So onto our tummies. You can keep your arms by your side, or you can reach out over your head if you'd like. We'll start in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Good, trying our best to flutter from our hips, not just from our knees. So we kind of have to engage through our body in order to be able to do that. Twenty more seconds. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. And we'll come up onto our feet, grabbing our sticks. We're going to hold the sticks in an overhead position and we're going to squat from there. Okay. So keep that stick overhead, drawing the shoulders down, starting in 5 seconds. And 2, 1, here we go. Start easy, gradually lower your weight or your hips a little bit further each time. Feel what's happening through your body as you do this. Twenty more seconds. 10 left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to grab those handheld weights again. Going to keep our feet in a wide position, alternating diagonal high pull, kind of like pulling the starter on a lawnmower or snowblower this time of year. We'll start in 10 seconds, reaching across to the opposite leg and then pulling up, keeping that elbow up above your wrist. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Got to reach down and across, pull up high, and then do the same thing on the other side. So we're keeping good discipline with our upper body, keeping the spine as well aligned as we can. Once you have the movement down, if you want to play with the pace, you can do that. 20 more seconds. Ten left. 3, 2, and 1. Keeping the weight in hands. We're going to do a circular shrug. So basically, we're going to bring it front to back and then back to front, alternating. Okay, so with weight in hands, we'll start in 5 seconds here. In 2, 1, here we go. So we want to stay well aligned and just have all the movement happen through the shoulders. Keep breathing. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You can use weight if you want here, or you can go weightless. This is what we're going to do. We're going to be in a low squat hold position. So I'm going to hold my low position here. Then I'm just going to gently try to send one leg out and then bring it back and then repeat the same thing on the other side. So we want to keep our low position and then gently put one foot out, gently touch out to the side. So if you want to hold weight for this, you can. You don't have to. We'll start in 5 seconds. Find that low position. And here we go. We want to stay low the whole time. We're not coming up. So we have to feel that weight transfer from one leg to the other before we send the other foot out. "15 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Step it out, get a drink if you need it. We will resume on the ground, on our backs. And we'll be doing a opposite side dying bug touch. So right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Trying to keep those elbows and knees as straight as we can, and then raising the opposite arm and leg to touch over the midline of your body. "20 more seconds. Five left. 2, 1, and roll to one side. Bring yourself up onto your feet. With or without weight, we're going to do a skater squat. So this time, I'm going to squat down on one leg. As I do that, I'm going to send the other leg out. I can do a light touch here if I want. I come up and then repeat on the same side, or other side, excuse me. So with or without weight in your hands, there'll be a single leg balance feel to it. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. See how low you can go as you send that opposite leg out. Want to drop those hips down as low as we can. "20 more seconds. "10 left. Three, 2, and 1. Step it out. With weight in hand, and probably lighter would be better. In a palms up position, we're going to extend our arms out and then pull them back, but we're going to do it in a super slow pace, okay? So we want to go lighter weight. Standing nice and tall, starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Keep those shoulders down, especially as we extend forward. Slowing that pace down almost to the point where it feels ridiculously slow. Really challenge your ability to hold stability throughout your body as you do this movement. 20 more seconds. Ten left. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Grabbing our sticks. Holding the stick at shoulder height in front of you, you decide how wide you want that grip to be, and then we're going to try and pull hard from the center, as hard as we can, like we're trying to make the stick get longer. All right, so it's going to be a positional hold, creating as much tension as we can as we try to pull from the center of the stick. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Pulling hard without shrugging the shoulders. Keep those shoulders drawn down. 3 points of contact through our spine. Twenty more seconds. Five seconds left. 2, 1, and relax and recover. Shake it out. We will go to the floor again. Stomach towards the ground. We're going to do a plank. In some version of a plank, if you can't plank, then just do a superhuman reach with your stomach on the floor. Okay? Find the modification that works for you. The plank can be with knees and hands, feet and toes, whatever version works for you. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Continue to breathe. 20 more seconds. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. And up onto our feet. We're going to hold a weight in our left hand. We're going to squat, and then as we come into the standing position, we're going to press forward. So left hand only. Squat with left arm press as we come into the standing position. Start that in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Twenty more seconds. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. It's the plain old squat next, with or without weight. It's coming back to the basics. So imagine again, picking something off of the floor, using good leg movement to reach to the floor and then come into that standing position. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. 20 seconds left. Ten left. 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink if you want it. We're going back to that diagonal high pull. Remember last time we did it with our feet wide. This time we're going to keep our feet really narrow and reach across and pull up like we did before. So it's just changing the stance. Concept is the same. See how that affects your body. We'll start in 5 seconds here. In 2, 1, here we go. Reaching across, pulling up just like we did it before. We just have our feet really close this time instead of really wide. Keeping that elbow higher than the wrist as we pull up. Inhale and exhale with your movement. Twenty more seconds. 10 left. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the ground. Back on our backs. We're going to do hip rolls. So one leg at a time comes up in a straight position, then we roll it over the midline of our body, and then we repeat with the other leg. Try to keep the shoulders anchored to the ground as we do this. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Test your range of motion on this. See how far you can bring that leg over. 15 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Rolling over to one side, push yourself up gently, come up onto your feet. So as we did in the prep, we're going to go back to that side stepping. And we're going to come up onto a toe. So we're going to try to do it one toe. So we're bringing the heel up. As we do that, we're going to try to raise the knee of the opposite foot. Okay, so it'll look something like this. Okay, give that a try, see what you can do. If that's not in your repertoire, then just go back to the 2-foot heel raise instead as you move side to side. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Take your time. Looking straight ahead. We don't need to look down at our feet to do this. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Step it out. Grab a drink if you need it. As we resume, we're going to grab weight for the left hand again. We're going to do a split squat. Every time we go low, we're going to try and reach to the floor. Every time we come up, we're going to take that hand and reach to the ceiling. So taking that weight from the floor to the ceiling as we squat. We'll do it with each leg forward, so pick which foot you want to have forward to begin, and then we'll switch. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Dropping that back knee down as far as we can. You can be very narrow with your stance or widen it out a little bit. Reaching that weight as far to the floor as we can. And then all the way high at the top. Try not to lean forward or fold forward to reach to the floor. You can go to the side, but try not to bend forward. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out. So we're going to repeat that with the feet switched. Start in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Get a feel for it. It's going to change your balance a little bit compared to the other foot position. Get your feel. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Grabbing our sticks. We're going to do a turn step or transverse step with a twist. So we're going to have our stick. I'm going to turn and step. When I step right, I twist right. When I step left and twist, I twist left. You can make it a really long step or you can make it a lunge step. Okay. It's a pretty complicated movement, so do the best you can. Stick will stay at shoulder height. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Make it a good twist. Keep those shoulders down. Fifteen more seconds. 5 left. 2, 1, and step it out. We will go to the floor again for either a plank, superhuman, or push-up, whatever works for you. We'll be on the ground, stomach down. Push-up, plank, or superhuman reach. Starting in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. 15 more seconds. Three, two, and one. On to our beat. Weight in the right arm this time. We'll do that squat with the forward press again. Actually, my mistake. We're going to do the split squat with the overhead press. Split squat with the overhead press. We just did that with the left arm. We'll repeat with the right. Starting in 5 seconds, pick your foot position. 2, 1. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Stay relaxed. Even me. 15 more seconds. 5 left. 2, 1, and recover. Step it out. So we just got to switch the feet now. Repeat that same movement. We'll start in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Twenty seconds left. Ten more seconds. Good job. Three, two, and one. Grabbing our sticks. We're going to step back, kind of like we did in the prep. Each time I step back, I'm going to swing my stick back. So when I step back with the right foot, I'm going to reach back to the right. When I step back with the left foot, I'll reach back to the left. You can make it a big step or a small step, but really think about how much you're swinging that stick back with that step. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. You can weight shift to that back foot if you'd like, or you can keep your weight on the front foot. Just kind of play with that as well. Coordinate your breath somehow with this movement. 20 more seconds. 10 left. 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing a single weight again. Now we'll do that squat with the right hand press. So the weight's in the right hand. We sit, we stand, we press in that standing position with the right hand. We'll start in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Keep those shoulders drawn down as you press forward. "15 more seconds. Five left. 3, 2, and 1. Weights off to the side. One more time on the floor, on our backs. We'll be doing leg raises, so both legs up and down. You can keep your hands under your hips to support your lower back as you need to. Starting in 10 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Find the range of motion that works for you. "20 seconds left. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Rolling to a side to press yourself up. Grab a drink if you need it. We'll start a recovery with a stick. Just kind of step it out a little bit, catch your breath. Like I said, grab a drink if you need it. So with the stick, it can be anywhere from an overhead position to collarbone height. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward with my left foot just a little bit. Once I'm there, I'm going to lean to my left. So left foot forward, leaning to my left. That'll open up the right side of the body quite a bit. Once I have that down, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my knee forward a little bit. So it's going to feel kind of lungy. Still able to breathe as I'm in this position. Then I'm going to shift my weight back, bring my body into neutral again, and then bring those arms down, step it out. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So again, the arms will be up, stepping forward with the right leg this time, leaning to my right, opening up the left side. Take a breath or two here, kind of get that feel. And then as you're ready, shift that right knee forward. Still able to breathe. Control this position with our breath. Then we'll shift our weight back, bring the body into neutral, and then stick down. Step it out. With the stick down, for balance, I can be one hand or two hands in front. I'm going to do heel toe rockers. So I'm going to use this stick quite a bit for balance because I want to really extend my range of motion all the way up onto my toes. And then when I come down, to really pull up hard on the front part of my leg without putting my hips back. So I want to keep my body straight, pull those toes up, and then rock back up onto my toes. So I'm really trying to challenge that range of motion, utilizing that stick to help me with my balance so I can test that range of motion. Especially with the front part, with getting those toes up. Really want to engage the front part, especially the lower part below the knees, to get those toes up. Let's do 2 more. Still breathing. So easy to breath hold as we focus. And then just kind of step it out. Grabbing the stick again in a wide position. We're going to inhale, take that stick up, and then as far back as we comfortably can, keeping our elbows straight without locking them out. Again, we can hold this position and breathe at the same time. And then we'll bring it up and over in the front. You can keep your hands there, or you can slowly start to move them to the center, and then just repeat that process at your own pace. Kind of feel it out. We're not disturbing our spine, so I'm not arching my back or craning my neck to do any of this. Keeping those 3 points of contact, and then just making the shoulders kind of work around my spine. Let's do 1 more. And then keeping that stick in front, we're going to let the stick stay in contact with our legs the whole time. We're going to glide that stick down, letting our knees bend, getting the stick below our knees, feeling it on our shins as low as we can go. Hold the stick there, and now straighten the knees as far as you comfortably can. Keep breathing. Now let the knees bend, drop the hips, and we'll stand up, gliding that stick along our legs again, feeling the stick all the way up. Step it out and take a breath or 2 here. And then we'll repeat that same exact process again, gliding the stick all the way down the legs. Find that low point, hold it there, keep breathing. Now straighten the knees. And let the knees bend. Bring that stick up, gliding it along your legs. Step it out. Bringing that stick at shoulder height in front. You find a width that works for you, then we're just going to gently rotate as far as we comfortably can, keeping the center of the stick in the same position at about heart or collarbone level. Again, I'm not disturbing my spine. I'm keeping those 3 points of contact through my spine as I go through this process. One more time in each direction. And then let the arms down. We're going to use swing. As we use swing, as I turn, I'm going to use this bottom arm to push that stick up as high as I can on both sides. So I'm going to let my feet pivot, and I'm going to test those end ranges by pushing that stick up from the bottom and then switching to the other side, taking your time as you go from one side to the other, really opening up the body, still able to breathe normally. One more time to each side. And then as we stand tall, we'll take a big inhale, raise that stick up over our heads.
And as we exhale big, bringing that stick down gently in front, all the way down into the down position. And when we're at the bottom, we will call this one done for today. Good job.